As you could imagine, the Oscars went political. I swear they're literally reading off a list. What's the hot topic? Is it Gaza? Is it ICE? And now it's Iran. These are the most out of touch people in the United States.
As you know, there are some countries whose leaders don't support free speech. I'm not at liberty to say which.
I should warn you, tonight could get political, okay? And if that makes you uncomfortable, there's an alternate Oscars being hosted by Kid Rock. Yeah. It's at the Dave & Buster's down the street.
You know that these people have to come in virtue signaling. That's why I don't watch it. I was going to say I watched it so you don't have to watch it. I still can't even watch it. It's a waste of my brain power. But I'm going to show you some highlights of it, and you can see how silly and ridiculous these people are. Roll the clip.
I should warn you, tonight could get political, okay? And if that makes you uncomfortable, there's an alternate Oscars being hosted by Kid Rock. Yeah. It's at the Dave & Buster's down the street. A lot of tickets for that. It's the first time since 2012, that there are no British actors nominated for Best Actor or Best Actress. Yeah. British spokesperson said, yeah, well, at least we arrest our pedophiles. So, we got that going for you.
I don't know where they're getting their jokes from. Here's a, I think this is a video, right? That girl that woman too good looking to be that stupid. Sometimes I think the better they look, the stupider they are. Like that woman, that's a beautiful woman right there. The other one that's next to her, I don't know about her, and you know exactly which ones I'm talking about too. That just tell you how objective this is. Why are you so stupid? You could use that beauty and brain power to do something positive for the world, but instead you stupid. We got a video of what she said, right? All right, roll the clip of what this woman said. Then you'll know why I'm feel this way. Roll it.
I want to ask you about the pin you're wearing, and you're wearing one too. Can you tell us about choosing to wear these pins today?
Yes, so this pin is a collaboration with an artist called Shepard Fairey. It's artist for Ceasefire, and we're demanding a permanent ceasefire because there is no ceasefire right now. There are bombings happening.
Ceasefire. Listen to, I'm setting up for you. If you ain't heard nothing I said all day, listen to what she's about to say. She said a permanent ceasefire. Where, sis? Listen to where she say we need a permanent ceasefire. Roll the clip. Let me talk about something that's serious. A lot of people became aware of the evil of child trafficking after watching The Sound of Freedom. That film opened a lot of people's eyes. But there's a question that most don't think about. What happens after someone is rescued? That's exactly what a new film on Angel called Still Hope explores. The film tells the story of a young girl named Hope who was forced into sex trafficking and endured years of abuse before she finally escaped. But freedom is only the beginning. The movie follows her journey as she returns home, tries to rebuild her life, learns how to trust again, reconnect with her family, and heal from things that no child should ever experience. And what I appreciate about the film is that it doesn't just show the darkness. It shows something even more powerful, that recovery is possible, that with support, compassion, and resilience, people can heal. If you care about this issue and you want to support stories that matter, you should watch this film. Also, become an Angel Guild member and stream Still Hope today on Angel. If you ain't heard nothing I said all day, listen to what she's about to say. She said a permanent ceasefire. Where, sis? Listen to where she say we need a permanent ceasefire. Roll the clip.
To this day, destruction, displacements all over the world. You know, in Palestine, in Lebanon, in Iran, in Venezuela, and everywhere. And this is
happening in the U.S. ICE.
Well, yes. So this is a demand for a permanent ceasefire.
Yes.
Did you want to add to that?
Sorry?
Did you want to add anything about your pin?
Yeah, I want to add that we feel very, very, very thrilled, almost very thrilled to be here because we missed something very important. The fourth actor, our lead male, Mu'taz Malhis, that he was banned from entering the USA and to attend the Oscars. And that's something that our celebration, it can't happen today fully because we miss him.
Yes. And it proves to you that what's happening in America differentiating people than one another and making, what's happening with ICE, Minneapolis, Gaza, everywhere. It's all connected. And we are all the same. We are all human. And hatred is a cancer. And people should open their hearts, and our governments should acknowledge the other and be accountable to their atrocities everywhere.
What the fudge are they talking about? What are you you know how stupid you got to be? Like, ma'am, do you not, what are y'all doing? You're talking about atrocities. Iran just killed like 50,000 of their own citizens. What the, if you gay, they throw you off a building or shoot you while you jump off the building. I seen the video. I don't know if these dudes were gay, but they were shooting them and they made them jump off a building. They were shooting them and they jumped. I seen them throw gay dudes off the building with a bag on their head and throw them over the back. They going head first over the back of a building. What, like, where do we do that in America? You can, in Gaza, Hamas starves their own people. They steal aid from their people. Instead of spending billions of dollars on infrastructure, economy, and blessing their people, they build tunnels. And then they went to war with Israel and got a whole bunch of people killed because they stupid. And this is what, in Venezuela, go live in Venezuela. Do you want to live in Venezuela? These people will never live in none of the places they're advocating for. It's only because the strength, determination, and the posturing of the United States of America that any of these places aren't doing more horrible things than they already are doing. Ma'am, these people are so stupid because they get in a list, right? They go, their PR person is like, hey, you want to be virtuous today? It'll look really good for you in PR. Let's go down the list. Oh, no, ICE not that big of a deal now. Let's go to Venezuela. No, that's not a big deal now. Let's go to Iran. Iran is not a big deal now. Let's go to trans kids. Like they go down a list and be like, what's hot? This hot. Okay, there's a pen for this. Go to this person, get the pen. They don't know what they talking about. These people rich. I ain't rich as these people. But to be honest, on a day-to-day basis, homelessness and all this stuff, I don't really deal with that. There ain't no homeless people where I live at. And if they out here doing something, I'm calling the police. And they gonna make them go, they gonna get them, they gonna take them to jail. There's no real theft and crime and all that stuff where I live at. So to be honest, I don't really experience it, but I'm smart enough to know that it happens. These people, they're so out of touch with reality that they're willing to just say anything. It's funny because when I was younger, I just think these people were smart. They're not, they're stupid. They're actually stupider than like the average person. They just so happen to be talented and they got all these people, marketing agencies and stuff that put them on a pedestal. But these people are actually stupid and nonsensical. Look at Jimmy Kimmel. I'm gonna finish with Jimmy Kimmel and then we're going to go to the post-show Clarity with Scott Jennings. So if you're watching this and you want to have an exclusive conversation with Scott Jennings with me, then you can join the membership. Or if you're already a member, make sure you get over there. Don't miss out. You don't want to miss out because I'm finna ask him some questions. Me and him was talking off camera. I got to see if he want to talk about it. But some of the stuff that we talk about is like, I'm sure you guys will want to hear this. I always, every time I see Scott, I'm like, what is it like being you, man? What do you think about the behind-the-scenes stuff that go on there? And we talk about it often. So hopefully we can talk about it at least a little bit in the post-show Clarity. So if you're interested, make sure you join. Don't miss out on this, all right? And shout out to everybody that joined. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. It really makes me happy that we can go deeper than just the content we put out on a day-to-day basis. All right. Listen to Jimmy Kimmel with his sorry self, and then we're going to be done. Roll it.
As you know, there are some countries whose leaders don't support free speech. I'm not at liberty to say which. Let's just leave it at North Korea and CBS. Fortunately,
Time out. Y'all know this is a political ploy, right? I'm going to be really quick. It's a political ploy. This fool had an opportunity to interview whoever he wanted to. There's guidelines to say if you interview one candidate during the campaign season, you have to interview the other candidates in fairness on television. But you can do whatever you want to do on your own podcast, which he went on television to cry about it just to do the interview that he always wanted to do on his podcast. That's standard for every network all around the country. He knew it. It's a propaganda stunt. If his lawyers told him he couldn't do an interview and he did it anyway, he'll lose his job, they'll get sued. It's all bullcrap. It's all virtue signaling. Roll the clip.
Fortunately for all of us, there is an international community of filmmakers dedicated to telling the truth, oftentimes at great risk, to make films that teach us, that call out injustice, that inspire us to take action. And there are also documentaries where you walk around the White House trying on shoes. Here are the nominees for documentary short film.
Now, if they said that about Barack Obama's wife, you think that'd go well? If anybody at the Oscars made fun of Barack Obama's wife. Okay, that's what I thought. Last clip from Jimmy Kimmel. Roll it.
Are you exhausted?
Am I exhausted?
By the state of the world. And knowing every night you've got to say something.
You be looking in my face and
no,
you're exhausted.
No, but I mean,
yes, I'm exhausted. Of course, it's ridiculous. We live in a ridiculous country. We always lived in a ridiculous country, but it was always ridiculous in a fun Mr. T kind of way.
Right.
Now we've got a different Mr. T. Yeah.
Mr. T. Wow, I didn't think of it as a Mr. T.
Well,
All right,
you
I'm
know
done
what?
listening to these cowards, man. These are a bunch of freaking wussies. They're a bunch of wusses. Estrogen levels are way too high in these fake men. They are wusses, dude. They'll get out in the street and piss their pants if they got into a conflict. I probably put my life on it they would. These dudes are so weak-minded weenies. I hate the way they act. I don't know them personally, so I can't hate them, and God said don't hate people. But I hate the way they act. These people, tell me we live in a ridiculous country. What country can you act and be billionaires or millionaires for most of them? What country can you tell weak jokes and still be on TV? What country can you cry about the country in front of the country? Like they on TV every day crying about how America's so bad. That's a privilege in and of itself. That tells you that America is great because you can complain about it without getting your head chopped off. And these people living in mansions, they fly in private jets, they eating caviar every night. They got personal trainers, they got personal chefs. They don't even touch you peasants. You peasants can't even look at them. You go out in public, you can't touch them. You can't look at them, you can't touch them, you can't even talk to them. They got security, bodyguards, and fences and gates.